It's a nice concept, but as are the pink shirts. But are they really enough? Well, Rob Fournette is the founder of Bullying Canada, and although he's wearing, well, he's not wearing his pink shirt today, I am. He's calling for greater action and for bullying to be defined in the criminal code. He joins us from Fredericton. Where's your pink shirt?
I didn't have a chance to run out and get a pink shirt today, Mark. It's definitely been a busy day with what's been occurring at the legislature.
Yeah, I know, and we want to get to that first. We will get to that in a second. I want to get to your story first, because you've come by this bullying honestly in terms of your interest in this. And tell us your own story and how bullying affected you when you were growing up.
Bullying began for me from the first day of kindergarten till approximately the last day of high school, and I endured it for approximately 11 and a half years. The types of bullying I endured were the physical, verbal, cyberbullying. The peak of it was when two female students attempted to burn the back of my neck on the way to school in 9th grade.
They attempted to burn your neck, did you say?
Yes,
How?
yes, and actually they carried out that threat with two lighters. They were two sisters. They made the threat online. I brought it to the school's administration, and unfortunately, because it didn't occur on school property, because a school bus is not considered school property, nothing could be done. So they used two lighters, and I really don't know what their intentions were, and unfortunately, nothing could come out of that situation. So that was, I think, out of 11 years, the peak of it.
Ugh. And Rob, why were you the target of this kind of bullying?
I have cerebral palsy, walk with a limp, and that was the only sole reason that I could get out of these bullies, for the reason that they were doing the actions they were doing.
What was school like for you?
School was quite long. At some points it was living hell, and I recall being pushed down a set of stairs, name-calling, death threats were some of the key aspects of it. And it was something that was almost an ongoing daily thing. And a lot of people, I think, had a deaf ear on it because they really didn't know how to go about dealing with the situation.
You know, and the issue of bullying it's out in the public now. You know, it's a lot of people will say, people who are watching tonight will say, oh, I remember bullying happened when I was a kid. Now it's coming out in public. People are taking it more seriously, and yet this Winnipeg story happens tonight, comes to our attention. It's still happening despite the media attention, despite the groups like yours, despite the campaigns. I just don't understand why more isn't being done to stop these incidents from happening.
And to relate it to the Winnipeg incident, when that was brought to my attention, I was really surprised by it. To hear more about that story this evening, there definitely needs to be something done. I think it's a federal issue on a national scale. I think there's a lot of things that need to be implemented, and we definitely have some work ahead of us for sure.
And you've got an approach that you're pushing for in New Brunswick. I mean, what's your solution, or or at least one way of dealing with this?
Well, actually yesterday I began a 3-day protest in front of the New Brunswick legislature. Approximately 3 weeks ago, the opposition introduced Bill 52, which was an amendment to amend the Education Act to have bullying included within the act. And the government doesn't seem to want to go forward with this motion. They brought it through the first and second reading and didn't see a reason to go to the third, where they could debate it and then put it into law. And the main reason of Bill 52 is to ensure that students have the protection they need to not be bullied within a school environment. As for bullies, it has, at the principal's discretion, possible suspensions. The bullies required to attend anti-bullying programs before they can return back to school, and it would provide more resources basically for a victim of bullying. So my hope is, and if this bill does not get presented by Friday, it will die on the floor of the legislature. It's been something I've been working on for approximately 7 years now, and this is our final push. We have a protest at the legislature tomorrow from noon Atlantic time until approximately 1:30 Atlantic time, just hoping the government will take the right actions to get this introduced. I'm hearing from hundreds of people across the country and across the province on a daily and hourly basis right now who are saying this bill needs to get passed, So there's definitely some support there. So the government really needs to realize that.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. Rob, thanks for coming in and talking to us tonight.
Thanks a lot, Mark.
So, what goes through the mind of a bully? Well, a couple of months ago on our segment, Ask Me Anything, we sent a former high school bully back to the classroom to answer that very question. Check it out. Head to our website at cbc.ca/connect and click on the link that says Ask Me Anything.